For my girlies who are suffering PCOS and wonder can they get pregnant, the answer is yes. Why do I know this? Because your girl was not only suffering PCOS with thyroids, but I also had a baby. And now it's your turn. A lot of people don't even know what PCOS is for real, for real. It is a hormone disorder that causes irregular periods, heavy periods, missing periods. Your periods can just be super painful. PCOS can give you pre-diabetes, which can lead to diabetes, blood sugar levels, and a lot of girls with PCOS sometimes have high blood pressure. Like this, all this stuff comes with PCOS. It is complicated. It is frustrating. Is it curable? No. You have it for life. Is it manageable? Yes. One of the big things with PCOS that frustrate women is when they're told, like I was told, oh, just, clean up your diet and exercise. Okay, well, here's the deal. With PCOS, them blood sugar levels can completely throw off whatever the hell you're trying to do. Because if you have PCOS and you're trying to lose weight, it's a little bit harder because it's not as simple as cut your carbs, cut your sugars, work out, lose all this weight, have a baby, and it's all good. It is not that simple. With blood sugar levels, the reason why it's harder to lose weight, because when your blood sugar levels are off and on, you literally get more inflammation than many, many women, okay? PCOS causes the inflammation to make you retain water. Some women are extra constipated. So one of the things I suggest for my ladies to do is, yes, you do have to get a little bit more brown. And I mean by tanning. I mean, you do have to eat more brown rice, breads, wheat breads. If you're going to flip what you're eating, you do have to start with that. What I always tell ladies with PCOS to do to really help them lose weight, how I've lost weight, your girl is 70 pounds lighter. But what you can do is fast. I promise you, fasting, it did take me a while to adjust, but when you don't eat for those certain periods, it helps a lot. Now, some people will say you don't want to do that PCOS because then your blood sugar levels go up. Your body will adjust, okay? Your body will adjust. And it takes drinking quite a bit of water and then eating right, whatever time your last meal is. I literally have an 8-hour period where I eat 9 to 5. Okay. Yes, I stopped eating at 5 o'clock. I can commit to that. It took me a while to commit to that because I actually would eat from 8 to 8, and then I went from 8 to 7, 8 to 6, and then I went from 9 to 5, and it works for me. I also started to eliminate certain foods. Yes, that included carbs because my blood sugar levels were just never controlled. Even if I was on metformin, I would still be puffy. I couldn't get things on my fingers. I couldn't put on shoes. My feet would be so swollen. I had severe inflammation. So whether I ate, brown rice or wheat bread, your girl still get puffy. And my blood sugar levels are still wild. What's crazy is when I was pregnant, the doctor swore up and down I was going to have like the gastric diabetes. They made me take that test 3 times because he said, there's no way you don't have it. I didn't have it. Why? Because prior to getting pregnant, your girl made sure that she watched her sugar levels all the time. Now, I didn't test it, but I just didn't eat certain foods. And I still don't. I didn't drink drinks, like a lot of sugary drinks, like sodas and stuff like that. Yes, your girl did have some martinis. Yeah, I did. And I was throwing back them shots. I was. But because when I was pregnant and I had a seizure, I had to watch a lot of that stuff anyway. And most of the juices I make myself, like the juicing. So I don't overindulge in sugar. So that helped drop the weight drastically as well. With PCOS, it's tough because with the inflammation and trying to eat right, sometimes it doesn't even matter. I had a girl tell me she has been trying to lose weight to have a baby, and she cut all the carbs. She said she was eating salads and juicing smoothies and all this other stuff. She lost 7 pounds in 1 year. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating. And I said, well, what time are you eating? How much water are you drinking? When you have the juices, how much fruit are you putting in there? Because us girls with PCOS, we do have to watch what type of fruits we have too. I know. It's like, girl, Mack, look what you're saying to me. I'm doing my best. But sometimes our bodies don't always react well to even fruits. It could just be too much sugar. So I would stick to certain things with berries. Blueberries, strawberries. You want to stick to citrus things like oranges, grapefruit. that type of stuff, fruit, if you don't want to get the over sugary stuff like pineapples and mangoes. I have pineapples with spinach smoothies. I have kale and mango. I don't mix anything else. Like, I do not mix fruits. Like, I'm not going to have an apple and a mango together. It would be so good though, right? But us PCOS girls, girl, we can't do it. We absolutely cannot do it. So try to cut down on the sugar, even on the fruit. Veggies, I feel like you can go ballistic. You can eat them all day. I mean, I've never heard someone say I ate so much vegetables that I got sick. Girl, eat your veggies, okay? And dairy. So while we're cutting down on the carbs and while we're cutting down on certain sugar drinks and things like that, dairy also causes some inflammations. Us PCOS girls, we do have to be careful when it comes to dairy. I know it's hard. I know it is, because we got to eat the cheese. You're not a mouse. So try to cut it down. I have, like, if I'm going to have like a cheat meal, like pizza, it's only like twice a month. And I eat it before 5 o'clock. Another thing that my girlies with PCOS can do when working out is find a workout that you can do consistently. Not the same thing, because you want to switch it up so your body doesn't get used to it. I do virtual workouts like Les Mills on, I think it's, what is it called? Like the big head mask. Oh, why can't I remember it? I do virtual workouts. I ride bicycles. I have a I have a walking pad. Like, I do it different days. So some days I do virtual workouts. It can be boxing. It can be dancing, things like that. I do that for like an hour. On my walking pad, I got up to like 45 minutes. And I do have a row machine, but my hubby uses it mainly because, listen, when I was on it, like really good, I was on that row machine for like an hour. I stopped using it. I can't even do 3 minutes, okay? And I never got back on again. But if you can switch up your workouts, like basically keep your body guessing, do that. Walking pads, I think, are great because you can just watch TV and walk. You can increase your walk. You can do a little jog. I think that's great. Bicycles are also fun. You can also do it in the virtual world as well. And you know me, I love me some Peloton also. So try to find yourself like a workout that's going to work for you, girly. And do it consistently. Some people can do at least 20 or 30 minutes daily. If you can do that, do that. If you do longer workouts, then consider doing it at least 4 or 5 times a week. But build up to it. 2 to 3 times, then 3 to 4 times, then 5 to 6 times. Also, think about weightlifting. My sister's really good at that. Like, you see her arms, she's so toned. I'm so flabby. But she does weightlifting. And for us PCOS girls, we can actually just do it once a week. And it's just to tone, muscle tone, that type of stuff. Or maybe twice a week if you can. You don't want to do exercises that stress your body, because what happens is the reverse. What's going to end up happening with us PCOS girls, the second our bodies are overly stressed, inflammation. Let's talk about the sauna. I have an at-home sauna because y'all know me. I'm a cheap girl. I need to find an easy way to do everything, or I'm not going to do it. So think about getting, like, it's literally, I'll put a link down there on the saunas that I use. And I think I'll do a video also rating the different type of at-home saunas you can use. Steamers, they're so great. What happens is when you get in there, you literally steam. You help the body relax. It helps so much with inflammation. I promise you, when you drink a lot of water before you go in, and then like you sweat it out, you'll see like your fingers get a little bit thinner, your ankles get a little bit thinner, your body feels better, and you sleep a little bit better too. So I absolutely recommend, after you work out or even just to relax, doing a sauna at home for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I can't do longer. I just can't. If you have the one where your head is sticking out, go for it. But I only do 20, 30 minutes because your girl tired, okay? I'm already tired. So definitely do that. It's great for my PCOS girls. Another thing I'm going to tell you to do, you already know, I'm going to tell you to Yoni Steam. Yoni Steaming is great because the herbs will help the uterus. The thing is, when it comes to implantation, you want to make sure the lining of the uterus is not too thick. And you also want to make sure if there's any cysts or any fibroids, they're shrunken, eliminated as much as possible. The great things about the herbs, and it helps the fallopian tubes, it helps the ovaries, it helps your uterus, the whole reproductive system get the natural nutrients of the earth. Now, if you do it once a month, that's not awful. I would say for my PCOS girls, I'm going to tell you how I got pregnant with baby RTs. I was consistent. I did mine at least once a week. I think I would have done better if I did it twice a week, but I'm a mama now. And back then I was working so hard on Yoni Mack, and I just did not have the time. I had a full-time professor job, and I was running Yoni Mack and my production company. So you already know I did not have time. But when I did, I made sure it was at least once a week. For my PCOS girls that could be possibly older, like 35 and up, try to do it twice a week. If you can't do it twice a week, try to do it twice a week, at least once a month. But do it every week, except the week of your period, of course. Now, you can go to places that you can Yoni steam at, but girl's a budget. I'm a cheap girl. I will do it at home. Plus, I have a throne at home. I started off with a Yoni seat, which y'all already know I am pro Yoni seat, just to be consistent with Yoni steaming, particularly if you're on a tighter budget. Or again, you can treat yourself and go to a spa. They have so many Yoni steam places at different spas. But Yoni steaming is a pro for us Yoni girls. Helps with the blood flow, which is critical to us ladies who are ready to have a baby. It's helpful with implantation because of the different types of herbs that are in the Yoni steams, because then it prepares the body to have a baby. You want to make sure the implantation process is good to go. So what the Yoni steam does, and again, it helps the lining of the uterus, helps prepare the body for implantation. So when the little semen is swimming and he sees that egg, he's like, hey, yo, shorty, what's up? It can go through the tube easily because the Yoni steaming has helped the tubes get ready. If there's any type of little blockages, opens it up. And then he's going through it, and then he sees that egg, like, yo, egg. And then the egg's like, oh, hey. And then they come together, implantation. And then boom, there goes a positive pregnancy test. So think about Yoni steaming. Also cupping, girlies. I don't like how cupping feels. And sometimes I don't even like the people who do the cupping. But when I tell you it helps with the blood flow, particularly, I think the week before you ovulate, it helps with that blood flow a lot. It helps balance those hormones. Having balanced hormones is critical, particularly for girlies with PCOS, because balanced hormones mean you ovulate. Ovulation leads to implantation. Implantation leads to positive pregnancy test. So you want to make sure that your hormone levels are super balanced, and cupping helps that. People are pro acupuncture. I'm not. I just don't like it. But I've heard of many ladies that this helped a lot, particularly PCOS girls. And what does acupuncture actually do? Again, balances the hormones. You need this with girlies with PCOS because, again, some of you don't have regular cycles. Some of you may have ridiculous heavy cycles. Some of you may have severe inflammation in the body. All of these things keep you from getting pregnant. And some of us can get pregnant but will miscarry. So one way we want to be able, what acupuncture helps with, is balancing the hormones so that inflammation is not as severe. The implantation process is a lot easier, and your hormone levels are balanced that you actually ovulate. Some women with PCOS don't ovulate at all, or they ovulate late. So, and that can be hard to track, particularly if you're trying to have a baby. So acupuncture, from what I heard, is very good at that. It did not work for me very well, but I also didn't like it. But I also didn't like cupping, but it was better than acupuncture. But whatever works for you, right? Some doctors may recommend you taking metformin. What metformin does is it helps with blood sugar levels, and the blood sugar levels are important, which we already talked about, because high blood sugar levels can throw off ovulation, cause inflammation, can lead to diabetes, all this stuff. So it kind of prevents it. If you are overweight, it is very important for you to consider working out, because that also helps with all the other stuff, blood pressure, blood sugar. And if you're taking metformin, it helps the metformin work for you. Some women take metformin once a day, some twice a day. You also want to make sure you talk to your doctor about your progesterone levels. My girlies with PCOS, when I tell you that my progesterone levels were low, which contributed a lot to me having miscarriages that if the minute I got pregnant, particularly baby Artis, I did put me on progesterone levels immediately. Like, I think I had to take it twice a day. And it wasn't like pills you put in your mouth. It's the one that you put in the other lip. So I had to stick it all the way up in there, lay in the bed so it didn't leak out. Girl. But she here. She here and she run around. She's over 2 now, running around, costing me daycare money. Please, somebody buy something on the Mack website so I can pay for this daycare. Actually, she's in school now. Oh, she's so cute. That's her. So anyway, but that's for my PCOS girls. If you want some more tips on fertility, preparing the body for pregnancy, continue to subscribe to the page. And if you want to jump on the Yoni Mack website, just sign up for the fertility newsletters. And I got you, boo-boo. And we will talk about ways for you to hold your little boo-boo, okay? I will see you later. Be well, be happy, and baby time!